Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Check 26. Check 26.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 37. Check 37. Shift. Check nickel. Yes, sir. Twits.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, tight. Watch the eye. Hold on. Check. Check 99. 5. 3.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Cut. 180. He's time to move. Hey, Shell. Rush in.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Todd Gurley
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is taken around the 12. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Completes it to Hardman. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it second down and 12. Now on second down, this is Gurley. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. Now Gurley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch it. 56 to Mike.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
First and 10.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try right side here, Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Shoot. He's coming. Double up.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
.4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running from the gun with Howard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
They go counter with Breida. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go now. You have to play. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rolling to his left. 11 yards there. First down.
Buddy up. 58, 58, come on. You're not ready. You're not ready. Shift, run it.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The tackle made by Dante Fowler.
This is Howard on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Switch it.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now second and
10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got him. Here we go. 50.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Cooper again the target. Third down here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now
it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get tight. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. That's the watch. That's the watch.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready. Mike, come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Crash. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 9.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
25, check 25.
Play action. It's Jackson. Taking a shot for Samuel. It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one.
1st down, San Francisco.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams' 40-yard line.
Set, hut, switch the outlaw. Go. Screen. Pass. Slam.
Now it's Breida. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch out. Check 15, check 15.
They run with Howard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here we go. Mike 50.
Jackson from the shotgun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Gold is able to put it through, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This will be taken very short. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Right. He's done right here. He's done. 12. 56. Mike. Go. Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Out of the gun. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long.
Value one.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And down to the 44, 5 yards. First down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
It's a game of
Situation. Let's go.
second and
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, come down.
To throw is gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Hey, kill. Watch the safety creep. Check 24. Louis. Pick the edge.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Check it back.
A gain of 5 brings up second
You
and
drop
5
Walker.
at the 49ers 28-yard line.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Third and 5.
49. Check 49. 2 for 1. Joker. Listen. Turbo, set.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Niners take over
Play to win. Let's
at their own
go.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
On second and a couple, Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here's Jackson to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's taken in at the 9. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go counter with Howard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This is Breida, and he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go.
Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On the delay, here's Breida. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Howard. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
1st down, 49ers.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Just like that. Just like that.
Here's Breida. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2.
Here we go.
They run it with Breida, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Shift! Watch the shift! Super! Check 3!
From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen! We're good, we're good. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. Silver.
Ric Flair.
Show it up. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Goff now looking to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
14.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
Shell.
That's what I do. Switch. Watch twist.
Merlin.
Mike, 56.
Turbo set.
One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final.